Hello Libra, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages as well as the overall theme for the reading, which I'll jump into in just a second. But I do have the tarot deck that we'll be using already shuffled, as well as the clarification deck and the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, so do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Libra, in your recent past, you have a time for healing with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And the other card that came out with this, a time for healing card, was emotions are running high or something like that. So definitely a very, when we're going through a healing period, a lot of times it's really difficult for us to see things clearly. Our emotions are running haywire. We're in the midst of fear and anxiety, and those emotions can make it really difficult for us to see the bigger picture, for us to, kind of cut through the static and see what's really going on. And so I do feel like that's what you were dealing with in your recent past, especially with the Ace of Swords in reverse, just like lack of clarity, like lack of clarity, or maybe even lack of truth, like being able to see what's really happening. Because I do feel like this is about some sort of cycle, which we'll see when we get to your immediate future. But I do feel like things are progressing, whether or not you're able to see it at this time. Now, in your current energy, you have don't let your past hold you back with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups kind of alluding to past. So I do feel like I don't necessarily know if this is working through your past or situations from your past or being faced with situations similar to past experiences. A lot of people think that the cycle is closed when the relationship ends or when the job is left or when a boundary is set. But that's not actually when the cycle ends. The cycle ends when it comes to your ability to face the decision again, usually when you're struggling the most, and make a different decision. So, not allowing yourself to fall back into old patterns and into old cycles, even when, things are challenging. Because the closer that you get to breaking a cycle, the closer that you get to the end of the cycle, the harder it's going to feel, the harder it's going to seem. All the lessons are going to arise at once. You're going to be stuck in emotion and lack of clarity. And in that moment, the decision that you make is going to determine whether or not you close out the cycle. So I do feel right now as if, I don't know if it's like you're being presented with your past again, or you're being presented with an opportunity to close the cycle. But then in your immediate future, you have conclusions are within reach with the world. So to me, this immediate future is talking about like the conclusion of the cycle, especially with the world card, kind of alluding to cycle. So I do feel like you're moving through a pretty complicated period, to say the least. But I do feel like whether or not you can see it and whether or not you fully believe it at this point, that things are working out for you. It's like you're in the midst of like a really big learning period. Like a lot to be learned and a lot of wisdom to be gained from what you're going through right now, which, in the bigger picture is a good thing. If we didn't struggle, if life was just easy and perfect all the time, we would never learn. We would never grow. That truly is the point of life. Now, your overall theme for the reading is release blocks. So as you move, I don't know, there's something from your past that's holding you back. I don't know what that is, but there's something. I don't know if it's a habit. I don't know if it's a person, like a relationship. I don't know if it's like a goal that you once had, but now you've kind of changed, which has changed kind of what you want out of life. I'm not sure, but there is something that is actively holding you back. I feel like you probably know what it is, but there's this need to, essentially not allow it to hold you back in some way, shape, or form. But let's see. Let's start here. Let's start, Libra, by looking at your recent past. You have a time for healing with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Reset past for Libra, please. And I just got a new microphone. It like just came in the mail. So I don't know. It seemed to work when I tested it, so we'll see. Reset past for Libra, please. A time for healing with the Ace of Swords in reverse. My other one broke unexpectedly. Reset past for Libra, please. Reset past for Libra, please. Yeah. Okay. I mean, emotions were the name of the game. Like, I just feel it. So Queen of Cups in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and Nine of Wands. Blockages. So, you know, with the Queen of Cups in reverse coupled with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, that to me is this energy of you not getting what you thought you wanted. Things not turning out the way that you thought that you wanted, or you thought that you like the way that you expected. And that really sent you into this energy of things are never going to work out for me. I'm never going to be happy. I'm never going to have what it is that I desire. Like, you know, kind of that spiraling that we all have a tendency to do, and that happens, you know, naturally whenever something that you desire kind of gets taken away from you. I don't know if that's necessarily if there's a loss associated, or just like loss of potential, like something just didn't unfold the way that you expected. But with the Nine of Wands, the way that this is like coming through to me is like whatever this desire that you had was, it was actually blocking your abundance, which is interesting because I feel like you thought this Nine of Pentacles was your abundance. But I don't really think it is. I think that this situation was actually, well, holding you back. But I don't want to sit here and say, like, you don't know what you want and you don't know how you feel, because that's not true. But there's usually a reason why things don't work out. You know, oftentimes we have to look at it and be like, maybe I didn't get what I wanted because I deserve better, or because there's more that is available to me, or whatever the case might be, which is difficult to remember when you're going through it. But recent path for Libra, time for healing with the Ace of Swords in reverse. I think the biggest thing is like, just because things didn't go as planned doesn't mean you can't still be happy. Like, I'm not saying there wasn't a loss. I'm not saying that you aren't allowed to feel the way that you feel. I'm just saying that, you know, whatever you were looking to feel through this situation or through what didn't work out, you still have the ability to feel that. All right, recent past for Libra. It just might come in a different form. Recent past for Libra, please. Recent past for Libra. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there's like a better opportunity for you. Because it didn't feel like it. I don't think it felt like it with what you were dealing with in your recent past, but the wheel was actually turning in your favor with like things not working out. Because it's like there was something better for you, but you would have never been able, this opportunity would never be able to present itself if you were choosing whatever it was that you were investing in. Yeah, like things falling apart with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune, like things falling apart is literally things working out for you. I don't know how. Don't come at me. It's just what the cards are saying. Because it's almost like this definitely feels like course correction. Like you were headed down a path in some way that wasn't really meant for you, and so the universe kind of like put these like this road closure up. Things kind of fell apart so that you could like get on track. But there's something here from your past that keeps trying to pull you back to like an old path, which if you look at it, it's kind of like a cycle, like old cycles, new cycles kind of thing. So it didn't feel like it, but with the Wheel of Fortune, things falling apart was actually things working out in your favor in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how. Please remember to take what does resonate for you and leave what doesn't. All right, recent past for Libra, please. Recent past for Libra, please. Well, there you are. King of Swords, whether you are male or female. Judgment in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. So this is about needing not so much to focus on what happened, which, trust me, I know this isn't easy, but try your hardest not to focus on what happened, but try to look at maybe why it happened. The Judgment in reverse is this card of needing to see the truth behind the circumstances, like looking below the surface of what is going on so that you can draw your attention to like the truth of the matter, like the deeper meaning, the deeper reason associated with how things played out. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it doesn't feel like it. I want to validate that feeling, but slowly but surely, whether or not you're able to see it, things are actually moving in the right direction for you. Like things maybe felt as if they were falling apart or felt as if they weren't working out, but like with the Knight of Pentacles here, things are actually slowly moving in the right direction for you. It's like that course correction. It's like just because this road that you were on, is now blocked and you can't move forward anymore. It's like it's time to exit that road, like exit the highway, and then there's another road that's actually available. Like this road is actually it's going to take you further. It's going to take you to where you're trying to go, where you were trying to go on this road anyway. But whatever road you were on was actually taking you further away from what it is that you were actually wanting. So that's what yeah, it's straight up course correction. It's divine redirection is what it is. But let's see. Don't let your past hold you back with the Six of Cups. Current energy for Libra, please. Current energy for Libra. Don't let your past hold you back with the Six of Cups. One more. Current energy for Libra, please. Well, there you are as the Empress. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. Ooh, okay. There you are, right? Obviously, is the Empress. Whether you're male or female. Libra energy. Okay. I don't know the best way to deliver this message softly, so I'm just going to deliver it and then we're going to elaborate on it. You have a tendency, Libra, to self-sabotage your abundance. Now, before you get angry with me, let me explain. Self-sabotage can come in a lot of different forms. It can come in the form of choosing to stay where you're at, even though you know you deserve better. It can come in the form of not choosing to start something new or to learn something new or to be bad at something first because you feel like that could indicate failure or whatever the case is. It's actively avoiding the uncomfortable, the inevitable uncomfortable feelings that come with doing the best thing for you. walking away from a relationship that doesn't serve you, leaving behind a career that, sucks your soul out, whatever the case might be. And that self-sabotage is in association with something from your past, something that you've been holding on to, something that actually is actively working against your, it's like, I'm trying to think of the best way to, like, the best analogy I have for this. Like, your, this doesn't feel like the right analogy, but it's like trying to get to where you want to go, but like not listening to the directions to get there. Like you got Google Maps right there mapping out your destination, right, to this road, but you're saying, no, I'm going to listen. I'm going to do my own directions. I'm going to listen to myself. And like you try to like go against what you like, what is like right for you. And there's probably a reason for that. I'm not saying that you're like actively choosing to self-sabotage here, Libra. I think that there is a part of you that is doubting what it is that is really truly possible for you and what you are really truly capable of, which is where that's coming from. So, everyone has a tendency to self-sabotage. It's about whether or not you are willing to become aware of it and then to take that awareness and do something about it. And a lot of people aren't. So in some way, there is a little bit of that going on, because the Knight of Wands in reverse, can also be this energy, because this is like leap of faith. This is choosing to walk in faith. This is kind of the opposite of that, allowing fear and limiting beliefs to take over, which is typically where we self-sabotage. And it's not your fault that you self-sabotage. There's probably trauma there. There's belief systems there that go against what it is that is really truly possible for you. And so that's why, becoming aware of it and allowing yourself to work through it is the first step. All right, current energy for Libra, please. Current energy for Libra, please. So what is the block? Block is self-sabotage, but it's investing in something. Holding on to something. Habit. It's the reason why things aren't moving forward. And a lot of it with the King of Wands in reverse is just stemming from self-doubt, not knowing what it is that you're capable of. Because this is about your Ten of Pentacles, your abundance, what it is that, the outcome you're desiring, whether or not you really know what that is. Because there's a cycle that's blocking it. A cycle is blocking your abundance here. And I feel like it's a cycle, Libra, of doubting yourself, of not even just doubting yourself, but of not knowing how truly powerful, capable, and deserving that you are, which, yes, is doubting yourself, but it goes deeper than that. So, I think one of the hardest lessons I had to learn on my journey, and why I feel so confident talking about this, is because when you start to realize that the life that you desire is possible, you have to start taking a look at how you are holding yourself back from getting there. And that is not a fun conversation to have with yourself, because you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, here are all my flaws, right? No one wants to do that. Never. In fact, most people do whatever they can to run from having to face the aspect of themselves that they don't like that shadow, right? But that's a lot of what this is talking about. Because I actually am kind of gathering that this past, yes, there could be something that's blocking you, but it's a past version of you. A past version of you is blocking you from moving forward. And that past version of you, I feel like, is being reflected to you in some sort of a circumstance, a job, a career, a relationship, not taking steps out of your comfort zone, whatever the case is. So yeah, a lot going on here, Libra. All right, current energy for Libra. Current energy for Libra, please. Current energy for Libra, please. Reevaluate what you're investing in. Where is your life stagnant? Where are the pieces not falling into place? Where are things falling apart the most? Are you repeating patterns in relationships? Are you repeating patterns in financial situation or in, a career path? Like what? Because there's something that needs to be reevaluated. Something that's causing stagnancy. And it's something that brings you the same like feelings over and over again. Like you feel the same way about it. The same heartbreak, the same frustration, the same, like things never seem to progress. In fact, I feel like whatever this is, things actually seem to get worse. And whatever it is, it's blocking you. It's blocking you from your abundance, ultimately. Now, for some people, it's a lack of action, not necessarily away from something, but towards something. It's like investing in things, like not even just investing in what doesn't serve you, but not investing in what does. So, twofold. Sometimes it can be both. It could be one. It could be the other. But reevaluating, because there's something that aligns with like a past version of you, but doesn't align with the present version of you. All right, immediate future for Libra. Conclusions are within reach with the world. Immediate future for Libra. Conclusions are within reach with the world, please. This is for Libra's immediate future. Libra's immediate future, please. Conclusions are within reach with the world. Libra's immediate future, please. This is breaking out of what's been expected of you. So 3 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Wands, and Knight of Swords in reverse. It's like you've been prioritizing like what's been expected of you in some way, what other people, like expectations that other people have maybe even what your past self expectations your past self had put on you. And it's like you've been chasing what your soul doesn't really want, what doesn't really align with like your being, with like what makes you feel loved, supported, valued, so on and so forth. But almost like what you think you have to do. So this is about breaking out of that and pursuing relentlessly what you want. And maybe the first step in that, Libra, is figuring out what that is. Maybe you are already doing that and this is just confirmation, but If you're not, then this is about like figuring out what you want, not what other people want for you, not what other people have expected of you, not what other people tell you to do, but like, what do you want in a career, in a financial situation, in a relationship? What do you want? And then start freaking going after it. I mean, it sounds, I'm just like, just do it, right? It's not that easy. I know that, but like, what are you holding on to that doesn't align with like what your soul really wants? Immediate future for Libra. Immediate future for Libra, please. See, because there's something that, because this Nine of Cups is giving off very similar energy to the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Something that you're still holding on to, something that you thought you really, really wanted. But it doesn't align with what your soul really wants. In fact, I actually feel like it brings you more stress and anxiety and pain than it does like peace and abundance, whatever this is. Something that you think you want, thought you wanted, something, and it's like you don't anymore, but maybe you're afraid to admit that to yourself because of the changes you'd have to make. But whatever this is, it's actually blocking you from what it is you're looking for through it, which is what keeps you in this cycle. Immediate future for Libra. Immediate future for Libra, please. One more. Immediate future for Libra. Immediate future for Libra. Surrender to the truth so you can stop resisting your abundance. That's what this is talking about. Because there's the Ace of Swords upright. So something that you're not clear on, something that you're maybe not being totally honest with yourself about. Surrendering to that, allowing yourself to be honest with yourself about what it is that you desire in your life and about what it is that is just not aligning with that. Not that the things in our life are supposed to make us happy all the time or even supposed to be the source of our happiness. Nothing can be the source of our happiness, but it also shouldn't be the source of our misery, right? Things that are meant for us don't take away from our happiness and our peace, they complement it. And there's something here that is taking away from your happiness and your peace. Something, and there's this need to kind of let go a little bit and allow things to unfold, trusting that they're going to be better than what you were expecting or desiring them to be. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to dive deeper into these messages, clarify and give advice based on them, as well as focus on what you need to do right now to move forward in alignment with your higher self. This is what you need to know. And the extended will be what you need to do. And then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Libra, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Libra, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Libra.